As many of you know, Israel has launched an attack on Gaza, and on Friday we learned of this from our tour guide, that it was possible that they were going in. I'm about an hour away, or an hour and a half away from the Gaza Strip. It's all over the news here. We're not scared that we will be in danger, and if so, Israel is completely prepared. Israel is on a high security alert. There are guards everywhere you go. In the mall, your bags are always checked. When you go to eat, your bags are always checked. Many people will be scared to come here and canceling trips, and you know, Israel really depends on tourist money to run things around here, so it's really important. And you know, what you see on the news kind of heightens the situation here, but you know, we're just being very cautious and you know, listening to what everybody says around us. The people here stand for their country and want to protect its people, and that was a lot of the reason that they went in to the Gaza Strip, was because there's a lot of rocket attacks that were coming over here, and suicide bombings and terrorist groups. The fight was never an if, but when. So it's kind of one of those things that a lot of citizens here have been waiting for. So we're okay for now, just watching the news, and hope that you guys watch what's going on here, and you know, just you know, we're just waiting. So hopefully everything goes well, and you know, they can fight the terrorist groups and get rid of these bad people. Not to say that you know, in all of Gaza there's not all bad people, but these terrorist groups have really you know, run rampant, and the government cannot control them. So you know, they're taking out a lot of lives. So this war is not always the only answer, but Israel really put this off for a really long time. So now seems to be the time to hopefully get to some type of peace, and in doing that, these terrorist groups cannot function.
Hamas has called for suicide bombings in response to Israeli airstrikes on Gaza. The airstrike from Israel killed more than 200 people, many of them civilians, and leaving others in serious condition. The dead include the police chief, and most Hamas police buildings have been destroyed. The attack by Israel is in response to repeated rocket attacks by Hamas on Israeli citizens. The Israeli Defense Force is targeting the terrorist infrastructure. The attacks follow the end of a 6-month truce between the two sides, mediated by Egypt.
For years now, we tried everything in order to reach calm in this region. Israel decided to withdraw from Gaza Strip, but we got terror in return, and the situation became worse. Only last week, Israel was attacked from Gaza Strip, and in a day, about 18 missiles and mortars were fired against Israeli civilians. Enough is enough.
Hamas headquarters is in the middle of town, making it difficult not to kill those civilians around. Israelis in border towns are being warned to take shelter. The IDF says the operation will take time, and it will intensify as long as necessary. They also stated they could not rule out the use of using ground force against militants in Gaza. From Europe and beyond, countries are calling for Gaza to stop missile strikes on Israel. Britain is ordering Gaza to cease fire. Egypt, who brokered the truce, is now stating there is no way to have peace with Hamas, and they back Israel going into Gaza. The U.S. did not call for the airstrikes to stop, but said caution was needed. The White House says Hamas must end its terrorist activities if it wishes to play a role in the future of the Palestinian people. The Hamas government says Palestine has never witnessed an uglier massacre. The violence has just begun, and it looks like it's not ending anytime soon. Alana Youngheim, Israel.